Today we are going to explain loan activities of banks. We know the bank use the major portion of the deposits to extend loans. There is a huge demand for loans for various economic activities. Banks make use of the deposits to meet the loan requirements of the people. In this way, banks mediate between those who have surplus funds, they are the depositors, and those who are in need of these funds, the borrowers. Banks charge a higher rate of interest on loans than what they offer on deposits. So bank charges interest from the borrowers and bank makes payment of interest to the depositors. The difference between what is charged from borrowers and what is paid to the depositors is the main source of income to the banks. Now let us define these two terms. Credit. What is credit? Credit is defined as a contractual agreement in which a borrower receives something of value now and agrees to repay the lender at a later date in future, generally with interest. And this agreement in which the lender supplies the borrowers with money, they can supply goods and services in return for the promise of future payment. So this is called credit. Another term is collateral. Collateral is a property or other asset that a borrower offers as a way for a lender to secure the loan. If the borrower stops making the promised loan payments, the lender can seize the collateral to recoup its losses. If the borrower fails to repay the loan, the lender has the right to sell the asset or collateral to obtain payment. The example of collaterals are property such as land titles, fixed deposit certificates, livestock, maybe movable and immovable assets are the common examples of collateral that are used for borrowing. Now we'll have two situations. There we'll explain the different situations. One is positive, another one is negative, or we can say one is blessing and the other one is curse. Let us take the first example. It is a festival season 2 months from now, and the shoe manufacturer Salim has received an order from a large trader in town for 3,000 pairs of shoes to be delivered in a month time. To complete production on time, Salim has to hire a few more workers for stitching and pasting work. He has to purchase the raw materials. To meet these expenses, Salim obtains loans from two sources. First, he asks the leather supplier to supply leather now and promises to pay him later. Second, he obtains loan in cash from the large trader as advance payment for 1,000 pairs of shoes with a promise to deliver the whole order by the end of the month. At the end of the month, Salim is able to deliver the order, make a good profit, and repay the money that he had borrowed. So what we see in this case, the credit that is taken by Salim is able to meet the repayment to the bank in time, and he has also made good amount of profit. So the credit in this case becomes blessing to Salim. Let us take the another situation. Swapna, a small farmer, grows groundnut on her 3 acres of land. She takes a loan from the moneylender to meet the expenses of cultivation, hoping that her harvest would help repay the loan. Midway through the season, the crop is hit by pests and the crop fails. Though Swapna sprays her crops with expensive pesticides, it makes little difference. She is unable to repay the moneylender, and the debt grows over the year into a large amount. Next year, Swapna takes a fresh loan for cultivation. It is a normal crop this year, but the earnings are not enough to cover the old loan. She is caught in debt. She has to sell a part of the land to pay off the debt. In this case, in Swapna's case, we find the credit becomes cards to her. The credit is not profitable to her, and she is under the debt trap. Now, these two examples, if we explain, will get the following points, and we can make the credit situations into two groups. One is blessing, another one is curse, blessed and devastating. Credit is blessed in the first case. Credit obtained to meet working capital needs for production by selling. This credit helps to meet the ongoing expenses of production, complete production on time, and thereby increase in the earnings. Selim made good amount of profit. Now, repayment of loans can be made timely. Selim made the repayment of loan on time, and further loans can be lead to further development. So in the next year or for the next time when you will get the order or need of credit, he will obtain from bank, and that will lead to further development. Credit therefore plays a vital and positive role in this situation. In the case of Selim, positive, the credit plays positive role that has uplifted him or development. In the case of Swapna, we find in rural areas the main demand for credit is for crop production. Farmers usually take crop credit at the beginning of the season and repay loan after the harvest. Repayment of loan is dependent on the income of the farming. And in case of Swapnas, we find that the first year the crop was not produced, and the second year there is normal production. So Swapna unable to meet the old debt, and that lead to her under debt trap. Repayment of loan is dependent on the income of farming, and farming is uncertain because it mostly depends on monsoon. Credit in this case pushes the borrower into a situation of debt trap from which recovery is very painful. Now, whether credit would be useful or not, therefore, depends on the risk in the situation and whether there is some support in case of loss. Next, let us take the terms of credit. What is terms of credit? Before we define the terms of credit, let us go through this example. Mega has taken a loan of rupees 5 lakh from the bank to purchase a house. The annual interest rate on the loan is 12%, and the loan is to be repaid in 10 years in monthly installments. Mega had to submit to the bank what? Documents showing her employment records and salary before the bank agreed to give her the loan. The bank retained as collateral the papers of the new house, which will be returned to Mega only when she repays the entire loan with interest. In this example, the terms of credit are mentioned. Now let us summarize the terms of credit elements. Now details of Mega's loan. What type of loan, loan amount, duration of loan, documents required, interest rate, mode of payment and collateral. Type of loan, house building or purchase, house building purchase loan. Loan amount, rupees 5 lakhs. Duration of loan, 10 years. What are the documents required? Employment certificate and salary. Interest rate 12% per annum. Mode of payment monthly installments. Collateral papers of the new house. So all these are the terms of credit. Now terms of credit is compromise, interest rate, collateral and documentation requirement and the mode of repayment. The terms of credit vary substantially from one credit arrangement to the another. They may vary depending on the nature of the lender and the borrower. So we come to know what are the terms of credit. That is the details of credit is the terms of credit. What are the elements? Type of loan, loan amount, duration of loan, documentation required, interest rate, mode of payment and collateral. Thank you.